Welcome to Lake Central High School as the Lake Central Indians are hosting the Chesterton Trojans. Lake Central 1-5 in the season, has a long 5-game skid that they're looking to break tonight. Chesterton is 3-3, but they are 3-1 in the DAC. I am Evan Composer here with Griffin Winicky. Let's jump right into it. What are you looking for from Lake Central tonight?
Well, let's start with that offense. On offense, I know I've been a stickler for that inside run and tell them to avoid it. I think they should go right up the middle for this inside run tonight. And on defense, contain the edges. One problem they had against Chesterton, they let those outside runs get to them.
So you're looking for a big night from Max Kreisbaum tonight then, yeah?
Yes.
All right, well, we got a little bit of a new segment here. We're going to go players to watch, one from each team. I'm going to start them off here. Chesterton, their quarterback, is Chris Mullen. He is their guy. Leading rusher on the team, leading passer. Look for him to be the focal point of their offense tonight. And for Lake Central, I'm going Tyler Wellman, the linebacker. Sam Lung, once again, is not active tonight, so I'm looking for a big night for Tyler Wellman out there to kind of anchor that defense.
My picks for today on the Chesterton defense, I'm going to have to go with Gage DeMarco. Leading the team with 10.7 tackles a game and 64 total tackles, he's going to be a playmaker for this defense tonight. And for LC, Max Kreisbaum. The only way LC I think is going to win this game if they continue to get that run going with Kreisbaum.
I agree. Lake Central will receive the opening kickoff. Number 33, Antonio Barnes, and number 1, Ace Henry, are back to return. The kicker for Chesterton, Dylan Bolin, the senior, as the kicking unit comes on out, and we're set for a fun one and a nice October night. First October game for Lake Central, wearing the pink colors, and they're going to kick away from the left hash here. As the crowd is ready, the sideline is ready. Lake Central looking to break a tough skid.
This has been a tough couple 5 games. See if LC can try to break out of it.
Jackson Siren will kick it away here, and it is returnable. Picked up at the 5-yard line. Antonio Barnes will try to break it outside. He'll get taken down near the 20. So the Lake Central offense will come out. They've had a rough few weeks here. They only put up 6 points in a 48-6 loss last week versus Michigan City. Looking to bounce back here tonight.
This is where LC tries to take command. It's always that first drive that it's a prediction really of what your momentum is going to be throughout this whole game.
And we've been saying it all year. Try and you get Luke Knighty comfortable early on. And when they have done that, we saw in week 1, he's done a pretty good job. But he's getting flustered back there. It hasn't been so good, so that's something to look for from the Lake Central offense.
They also got fullback Ricky Guerrero back tonight.
Max Kreisbaum is the back, and he'll take the carry, and he'll try to bounce it outside, but Chesterton is all over that one. That's going to be a loss of about 4. Nothing doing there for Kreisbaum.
Seem to be number 90, Jordan Hughes, and number 53, Matt McCracken, together on that tackle for a loss.
Matt McCracken, a big piece to that Chesterton defense.
He's currently 3rd on the team in tackles per game and total tackles.
Diego Garcia, the lone receiver, towards the top. 90 in that pistol formation. So number 40, Ben Baxter in motion. He'll take the carry, and he'll get back towards the original line of scrimmage. Gets about 4, and it'll be a 3rd down and 10.
One thing you're seeing Chesterton doing currently is stacking that box. They're stacking that box with about 9 guys out there. They see that Garcia is the only lone receiver, and they're stacking that box. They want to limit that run. They want to limit Boxo and Kreisbaum.
Number 1, Ace Henry checks into the game for Lake Central on a 3rd down and 10. Not the situation you want to be in if you're the Indians. 90 with Kreisbaum behind him. Takes a snap. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to look to throw. He does. Incomplete. Looking for Ace Henry, but it falls to the turf, and it'll be a 4th down.
That's just something else he doesn't want to happen. They don't want that to happen because LC needs to start this game quick. Chesterton's a strong offense.
Well, we're going to see that offense here in just a sec as Lake Central will line up to punt this one away. And previously we had seen Luke Knighty take the punting duties, but tonight we'll see Derek Balden, the place kicker, out there to kick it away. Belden boots this one. It is returnable. Going to be fielded at about the 47. To the outside, brought down. Number 21, Mitch McElfresh.
Tackled by number 33 on LC, Antonio Barnes.
So here comes the Chesterton offense, led by quarterback Chris Mullen. And this is an offense. This is a team that we've seen. They put up big numbers this year, looking to do it against a Lake Central defense that has struggled a lot this season. Mullen in the pistol formation, got 3 receivers. He's going to hand off up the middle, but that LC defense is all over it.
Great read right there by number 62, Brandon Ozes.
That was Ethan Pickering on the carry, but it goes nowhere.
That's what LC needs on defense. In order for this offense to get going, they need the defense.
We've seen it. We saw it against LaPorte 2 weeks ago. The defense played pretty well, better than we've seen this year. They blocked the punt, and they really set the offense up nicely. If they can do that against this team, it's a big momentum shifter. And that's going to be a flag. We'll see. I believe it's a false start.
And you'll see a lot of these games. One thing that we've noticed throughout this whole season is that there's been a lot of flags, a lot of false starts, a lot of neutral zone infractions.
Pre-snap penalties have been, seems like everybody's weakness here this 2020 season. As Mullen brings the play call in. Jackson Westmoreland towards the bottom of the screen, the big wide receiver. And the doubles set here. Mullen dropping to throw. And evading a rush at first. And he is brought down. Armand Irving was there to clean it up. Initial pressure by Ahmad Abdullah.
Good job right there. Ahmad Abdullah, if you replay, you saw the center was trying to cut block Abdullah. Abdullah immediately jumped over that and immediately tried stopping Mullen, and then Armand Irving was right there to finish it off.
Great play by the Lake Central defense, and now it's a 3rd and long for Chesterton. Another 4 wide receiver set. As Lake Central dropping back. Mullen drops back now. Looks to throw over the middle, incomplete. Number 21, Mitch McElfresh, had a chance to make a play there, goes through his hands, and the Lake Central defense gets a stop.
Very good defensive possession right there by LC. We'll see what Chesterton decides to do.
Lake Central sends a man back, and Chesterton will bring on the punt team. Number 33, Antonio Barnes, is back for Lake Central. And here is the kick. And it will go out of bounds to see where they mark it. A nice favorable spot, it looks like at first. Ref will move forward now. And he'll mark it the 12-yard line. So that's where Lake Central's second drive will begin. Nice first series for that defense.
The one thing LC's got to do is they got to capitalize on these defensive stops. LC's defense has been doing a decent job so far. We just got to see if the offense is going to move forward.
And you got to think as a player, you kind of feed off that. As an offensive player, defense makes a big, nice series like that. It kind of fuels you to kind of do something on offense. As there's a handoff here to Creasbaum, he's dragged down, no gain.
As we saw a couple weeks ago, actually, number 21, Christian Alexander, they're doing those read options. Those plays were very effective against that LaPorte defense. Let's see if they try to bring out Alexander at all this game.
Lake Central changed play callers a few weeks back, and there's been a noticeable difference in the plays that they have ran. They've kind of looked a little bit more creative, a little bit more aggressive almost.
Yeah.
As 90 is the pistol formation, ready to take the snap. He does. Hands off to Baxo. He goes up the middle towards the 16-yard line. And it'll be a 3rd down. So it seems as if they're sticking to that inside run like you mentioned they should. And with the inside run, you always hear ground and pound, that type of strategy in football. But I think it really, I think it works. I think, if you can wear a defense down, even if you're not successful at the beginning, you're going to find a hole you're going to break open a couple runs.
That's one thing else he's got to do. Crease Bum has a full tank, and he's ready to go.
90 ready to go as well. And it looked like somebody had jumped initially. No call. 90 quick throw to Garcia, who makes the catch. Breaks an initial tackle, then is brought down short of the first down marker near the 20-yard line. So a fourth down, and this early in the game, this far into your own territory, I don't think you can go for this one.
I wouldn't. I think LC should bring along Derek Baldwin, or they're choosing Derek Baldwin to punt this ball.
Smart decision early in the game. Your defense had a nice first series. I don't blame them on that one.
Well, Baldwin's a pretty good kicker, and we saw on that last punt he punted it pretty far.
So Baldwin ready to go. Number 21, Mitch McElfresh is back. Clean snap, high kick. McElfresh will return, and he's brought down. And Jeff Rains, nice play.
Question. Chesterton, McElfresh didn't fair catch it. That could have gone way worse than it did.
He did not go down, but it was forward progress. Nice play there by the corner, Jeff Rains.
This puts the defense in a good spot with that force by Rains.
So Chesterton will start its second series on the 44-yard line, similar to their last drive. Mullen ready to go. 4 wide receiver set. And he's going to keep it himself. Little read option. He's going to throw over the middle, number 4, Colby Bullock, who is going to get a first down into Lake Central territory.
One thing I've noticed on these Chesterton on that first Chesterton that first Chesterton drive, they're doing a lot of RPOs. That's one thing that LC might not be ready for.
And that's something, as a head coach, you're putting a lot of faith in your quarterback to make the right read. That one there was. A little bubble screen here to Bullock again. And he's going to get near the 40-yard line. But, yeah, the RPO, you see it, here and there in football. But it puts a lot of trust in your quarterback to make the right read, make the right decision. And that's what they're doing here.
And that's one thing that Chesterton trusts in Mullen. Mullen's actually their leading rusher as well.
And in the shotgun, takes the snap, and he gives, and he goes nowhere. Number 62, Brandon Ozist.
Fantastic stop there by Ozist. He's been a playmaker throughout these past 2 drives.
A beautiful play there. And it'll be a third down. Ozist is somebody that's kind of flown under the radar for the Lake Central Indians this year. He's been a staple of that defense. He makes plays up in that line. Somebody that you won't hear his name a lot, but you'll see him a lot. You'll see him making plays, even not tackling the ball carrier, stuff like that, the little things. As Mullen takes a snap, looks to throw, a couple of pump fakes, looking to run. He's brought down near the first down marker, might be just a little bit short.
Going back to that D-line, well, yeah, if you have a defensive line with Ahmad Abdullah and Armand Irving, your name's sure to fly under the radar. Osis is doing a good job, though, at making a statement for himself.
This is the first real big decision here for Chesterton on the 33-yard line. What would you do here? 4th and 1?
It looks like Chesterton's going to try to do it.
Going to go for it.
Yeah.
3 wide receivers. Mullen takes the snap, gives right up the middle, and it's going to be a first down. Ethan Pickering. And that was pretty easy there for Chesterton.
They're all line blocked well. The tackles, they pushed Armand Irving out of the way, and the LC was lucky that Carter Schuster got to Pickering right there.
In the shotgun. Pickering to Mullen's side. He'll take the snap. Look to throw over the middle. Has a man. It's Bullock. Inside the 5. Brought down near the goal line. He's going to say they're going to mark him down at the 1 yard line. He was not able to reach that ball across.
Bullock,
and it's a first down.
Bullock just wide open right there. Mullen saw him and made the good read and threw it to him.
So Lake Central fortunate enough on that play to not allow a touchdown, but it's going to be tough here on a 1st and goal from the 1 yard line. They're going to go 4 wide out set in the shotgun. Mullet gives it, touchdown. Pickering gets in the end zone, and Chesterton has the first touchdown of the game. And it's tough being backed up on your own 1 yard line like that defense there. All you can really do is hope to, bend, don't break. But unfortunately that time it did not work, and Chesterton looking to take a 7-point lead. Kick is up, and it is good. Jackson Siren, the place kicker, knocks it through.
This is where LC has to answer back. To show that they're going to stay in this game, they got to score right away.
And they got to really get the offense moving the football here. We haven't seen that yet from them tonight. They kind of been stuck in their own territory. Really, they haven't moved the ball past the 30-yard line. It seems as if they're struggling.
One thing that I've noticed on these two drives is they like to run what I call the John Fox offense. It's a run, then pass. That's not really going to work out because Chesterton's going to continue to guess on those.
It's not going to work out if their run's not working. And when the run's not working, you got two decisions essentially. You either stick to it, or you just go an air raid offense. And it's tough to do that. As Lake Central, because they have such young players at the wideout and quarterback positions. Their staple is the run game. And if it's not working, if they're not getting a push, you really got to find a way to adjust.
One thing we noticed, though, in that LaPorte game, the rollouts were working a lot. Knighty, Bartolomeo, and even Alexander.
Yeah, when they get them rolling out like that, give Knighty space to throw the football, they do have some success. So that is something that I would look to implement if I'm Lake Central. As the kick is away, Barnes will take it from the 9. And he's got a seam up the middle to about the 28-yard line. That's where Lake Central will start. Much better field position here to start their third drive.
Play callers on LC have big decisions to make. They got to drive down and answer back, or else they're going to lose all this momentum.
About 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Knighty and Kreisbaum jog on out. Wide receivers are Diego Garcia and Ace Henry. Knighty takes a snap, gives to Kreisbaum. He'll follow his blockers, and he'll get about 2.
You could always go to those runs, but it's a common theme for LC that these runs have only been for a short amount of yards. We just got to see if the play calling on LC is going to change and try to go for a pass, and if not, they're just going to run the ball again.
Well, Kreisbaum is somebody who we were really advertising for, during the middle of the year. They strayed away from him to some degree, and it's hard getting him back involved after a couple of weeks not doing anything. There's a pass, a screen to Garcia, and he is attacked by Chesterton defenders and brought down for no gain.
Chesterton was able to read all of that. Number 29, Brant Westfall right there with the tackle for loss.
So another third down for Lake Central, their third of the first quarter. 3 wide receivers out there. 4 wide receivers are out there. Knighty in the shotgun. 2-step drop, looks to throw. Does throw over the middle, and it is caught for a first down. Nice pass there by Luke Knighty. As that will move the chains.
Good blocking right there by the O-line. You got to give them credit. They were able to give Knighty a little bit of time, and Knighty was right there to throw the pass.
Keon Harris was able to haul that one in. And a beautiful throw by Luke Knighty. They're going to stick with that 4 wide receiver set. And Knighty's going to keep it himself here. And he dives forward to about the 50-yard line. A little read option of their own there.
Good call right there. I'm sure Chesterton has looked at the film. They saw that Alexander was the guy for the read options, but Knighty could also run those too. Knighty did a good job of getting 7 yards on that play.
He is also a mobile quarterback. And it'll be a 2nd down and 3. And this is what I was looking for. Starting to move the ball, get some nice plays, nice chunk plays in there. This is a good drive right now by Lake Central as we approach under a minute to go in the first quarter. Knighty will keep it himself once again, and he'll have a 1st down. And that's on that's all on the quarterback. As a quarterback, you got to be able to read the defense, and he did there. Saw they were going to collapse on the crease bomb, took it himself, dove forward, another 1st down for the Lake Central offense.
LC could keep on running this all day. It seems like Chesterton doesn't just pick up on it. They seem just to be collapsing on crease bomb, as you said.
So across the 50-yard line to the 45 goes the Lake Central offense. Dale Garcia towards the bottom of the screen. Look for him to make an impact tonight. Knighty will give on the jet sweep here. Keon Harris' ball is loose. It was knocked out. I think Chesterton recovered, and they do. They're going to mark him down, it looks like.
They're actually going to call LC's ball.
They're going to say that the knee of Harris hit the ground before the ball came loose. It looked to me like the ball had been hit free before he was down. Let's see what they decide here. The jet sweep to Harris. If there's no fumble, he'll gain about 3. As the referees are conversing. Long discussion. And they're going to rule a fumble. So a great drive by Lake Central gets stalled by a turnover.
And it's tough for those refs to discuss that because, I mean, there's no review. They can't check that out. They only really had 2 refs' point of view on that play.
It's essentially the eye test out there. You got to, trust your gut, trust what you saw. I think they got the call right that time. I think that ball was knocked loose.
I agree.
And how deflating is that for an offense? A good drive, across the 50-yard line to end like that.
But you got to realize on the plus side, LC was actually moving the ball. Those read options were working a lot. Let's see if LC can continue to run those.
You got to look at the positives on that situation. About 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. As Mullen out there in the Chesterton offense, ready to go. A pump fake. He's going to roll. He's going to do a little flip here. And a gain of about 4 for Colby Bullock, who originally ran a little bubble screen, and then the pressure collapsed on Mullen. A little flip there. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So Chesterton leads 7-0 after 1 quarter. 12 minutes go back on the clock as they reverse the field. If you guys get a chance to look at the moon tonight, I highly recommend it. Looks orange out there.
It's a cold night here at Lake Central.
That moon seems a bit fitting, though. An October football game, Friday night. Beautiful night to play football, though. I will give them that.
Perfect weather. Wouldn't want to have it any way else.
Social distancing here at Lake Central. As the Chesterton offense is ready to go. 2nd down and 7. Mullen takes the snap, keeps it, looking to throw. Nice little pump fake there. He's going to take it himself now. And he's pushed out of bounds near the 41-yard line. A flag is down. And got Mateo Cortez on that little pump fake in the backfield.
That might be a block on the back by the offensive line on Mateo Cortez.
As we await the call.
Or a different call, maybe.
Seems as if they may have. Now they picked the ball up. A little confusion here. They're going to move the ball forward, so it's going to be on Lake Central.
Defensive holding.
So hold on the defense. We'll move the football to the 31-yard line. And that's a penalty that, it's going to hurt Lake Central.
It's a drive killer. All these penalties that LC has gotten so far on defense have really been drive killers.
We saw a nice first defensive drive. But since then, Chesterton has moved the ball pretty well. Mullen will roll out to his right. Looking to throw. Does throw. And completes it for a first down. Number 81, Jackson Westmoreland. Inside the red zone.
Mullen did a good job there. He felt the pressure collapsing on him from Tyler Wellman and decided to throw it out there to Westmoreland.
Mullen has looked good tonight. He uses his mobility to his advantage. Not just even running the football forward, he's creating plays outside of the pocket. Once again, a 4-receiver set. As Mullen takes a snap, looks to throw, does throw, incomplete. He was looking for number 10, Stephen Cunningham, over the middle of the field, just a little bit behind him.
Going back to Mullen's mobility, that's one thing you need in a quarterback, really. Mullen's been able to do a good job at throwing the ball on the run and even escaping the pocket.
So a 2nd down and 10 on the 18-yard line. Mullen takes a snap. He's going to look to take it himself. Bounces it to the outside and is dragged down. Jeff Raines, number 25, with the initial hit. It looks like there may have been a little bit confusion on the Chesterton side there. Mullen turned one way to give the handoff, and Pickering went the other. Improvised, however, and it'll be a 3rd down. Third down and 9 on the 17-yard line. Let's see if Lake Central's defense can get a stand. Mullen rolls towards his left, looks to throw. Completes it with a nice catch there. Number 21, Mitch McElfresh.
Good play right there by Mullen. Was able to roll out and saw that Mitch McElfresh was there.
Nice diving catch there and stayed in bounds, and it'll be a 1st down and goal on the 5-yard line.
That's a bit of a common theme here for Chesterton is the rollout passes. You see that either that Chris Mullen is out there. He'll either give it to Bullock or he'll give it to, as you said, number 21, Mitch McElfresh.
Mullen here, empty backfield. He's going to take it himself. He's going to pitch it to Bullock. Looking for the edge, and he gets it. Touchdown, Chesterton. Number 4, Colby Bullock. And that's a beautiful play design right there.
It's Bullock's 2nd touchdown of the game. He was right there. Or my bad, it was his first. That first touchdown was by Ethan Pickering.
So number 92, Jackson Siren, will come out to kick the extra point. And it is good. So 14-0 lead for Chesterton early on here in the 2nd quarter. That was just a depleting drive for that defense, and they need a breather. So you really got to look at the offense for Lake Central needs to really build off of that drive that they had last series going, because it's 14-0. Chesterton's offense does not look like it's going to slow down at all. So you really need to give your defense a breather and get something going on offense.
One thing that LC did on that first drive was that read option with 90. That seemed to work out good. LC might need to go back to that or fake that because maybe Chesterton's guessing on it and maybe give it off to Creasebum.
So the return team for Lake Central will come on out. Antonio Barnes, Ace Henry. Some Chesterton students looked like they came out tonight, made the trip. Get themselves a little fan section. You don't often see that here unless it's a close team. We play a lot of teams that are a little bit of a drive.
Chesterton's a bit of a drive too.
Kudos to them for making the trip out, watching some high school football on a beautiful night. As Simon's ready to kick this one away. Teed it up from the left hash and sends it off. And that one is going to be a touchback into the end zone. So Luke Knighty and Lake Central will come on out for their first drive of the second quarter. It's been a struggle offensively up until that last series. They looked good. They looked like they're moving the ball pretty well. Luke Knighty took a couple QB runs. The option took it himself. Drive ended with a fumble though. That's something that really can't happen, especially against a good team like Chesterton. Turnovers, you really got to limit them. What adjustments are they making on offense?
Hold on to that ball. Stay still on these false starts. Chesterton, you've seen, have jumped on a couple of 2 calls.
A couple of hard counts from the Lake Central offense. There's Knighty. Will turn and give to Kreisbaum right up the middle. He does not go down easily, as he'll get about 3 or 4 there. A solid start to the drive.
Chesterton must be thinking that the ball is going right back to 90.
We've seen Luke Knighty, the junior quarterback, throw a bit here tonight. A bit more than he usually seems to do at the early part of the game. But you're down 14-0, you kind of have to. Quick screen here. Up the sidelines, number 12, Tony Bartolomeo.
Good blocking right there by number 11, Diego Garcia.
And that's something as a former wide receiver, I think it's extremely important in offense, especially if you want to bounce things outside screens, runs, all that kind of stuff. Your wide receivers got to be able to block, and I think it's key. I think good offense is built. When you're looking at it, when you're watching a game, you see a great block by wide receiver. You get fired up. You get fired up. So I think that's something that they can really build off of there. A nice block there by Garcia. Knighty takes the snap, gives up the middle. Kreisbaum's going to push forward, and this is going to be close. Let's see if they give him the benefit of the doubt here. And they do. They're going to move the chains. So a first down for Lake Central. And that's a big third down conversion there. You don't convert that, you're probably kicking away again to Chesterton. This at least keeps the drive alive here.
That's one thing else he really needs. It's with that read option. I mean, running it with Kreisbaum is also a very good option. But if you give it up to 90, we saw this before that 90's been going out with about 7 or 8 yard gains on each of those read options.
Going to send Bartolomeo in motion on the jet sweep. He'll take it himself. Try and cut back towards the middle. He goes nowhere. So it'll be a second down and 10. And that's one thing I think Lake Central finds themselves in too often is these long second downs. You get these long second downs as a play caller, you kind of feel like you kind of have to throw the ball to move the football, especially if the run's not going your way. And that's what gets them into these third down longs. You don't convert a pass on second down, and you're in third down long. And that's something I think Lake Central's really got to change about their play calling is don't panic. As Knighty takes a snap, this second down, the give to Kreisbaum, who moves the ball forward, gets about 5, and that's something I'm looking forward to. I mean, second down, don't panic, don't rush a throw, hand it off, get some nice yardage, make it a third manageable.
A good gain is always, or a small gain is always a good gain. LC needs to continue to get these small runs in, especially on that first or second down, but they've got to be able to create opportunities for that third down.
So a third down and 6. 2 wide receivers out there, Garcia and Henry. 2 wings as well. Knighty's going to roll towards his right. Looking to throw, just throws it away. So a fourth down and coming. And you got to start contemplating now. You're going to kick it away? You're going to go for it?
Smart decision would be to kick it away. There's no need to possibly end up not completing this fourth down conversion.
I agree. I think even 14-0, your defense is it's not playing at its best, but it's much better if they start their drive in their own territory as opposed to your own territory. I don't think you take that chance yet. It's still early in the game. As Baldwin will get the snap and will kick it away, a high kick, and it takes a Chesterton bounce. Lake Central will pick it up at about the 39. or the 40-yard line rather, and that's where our Chesterton will start.
It'll be interesting to see what the LC defense will do here, see what type of adjustments they make, and how they can try to limit those runs, especially those RPO plays by Mullen.
And that's something as a defensive coordinator you really got to take into account because that's hard to stop. If they're doing it well, it's something you really got to think about. Empty backfield, Mullen looking to throw, escapes one defender, throws down the field. He's got a man wide open on the sidelines. Puts it right in the basket for McElfresh, and it's a first down.
McElfresh has been one of the top targets for Mullen tonight. Oh, there's a flag on the field. Seems to be on the Chesterton offense.
It is. So they're going to move him back here. But I agree with your point there. I think McElfresh is a guy that's getting open right now. And Mullen's got a lot of weapons, but it seems as if he prefers McElfresh. Just a call there by the referee, and it'll move them back 5 yards. Number 6, Dane Snemis checks in the game for number 12, Ethan Troy. Snemis is the back. I'm sorry, Pickering's the back. They're going to shovel to Pickering, and he's going to lose yardage. And an LC player down there. It's Ahmad Abdul. He gets up. He looks okay.
Another flag on the play.
As we await the call. No real word yet on who it's going to be on. To be holding on the offense. So another penalty for Chesterton. It'll be a second down and 15. Four wide receiver set. Mullen takes a snap, rolls to his right. Pickering with a good block there. Mullen's going to take it himself. Little stutter is taken out of bounds there on the sidelines.
Mullen did a pretty good job, though, escaping the pocket. Saw the pressure that was coming towards him, was able to get a good gain. Though it is 3rd and 7, that play, without those penalties, that play would have been a first down for Chesterton.
So like you said, a 3rd down and 7 as we're approaching the halfway point in the second quarter. 4 wide out set for Chesterton. Mullen's going to drop the throw over the middle for Bullock, and he has him a first down and more. Down the sidelines, Colby Bullock still on his feet across the 20-yard line, and that is a huge play for the Trojans.
That's a momentum killer for LC. I'm sure Chesterton has all the momentum in the world right now, and just LC's just kind of moping around now.
So another huge play for Colby Bullock. He's been a guy, too. Him and McElfresh have really been the go-to targets here for Mullen. And it'll be a first down and 10 inside the red zone. As Mullen's going to move Bullock to the other side of the formation. And he'll take the snap. Looking to throw. A little pump fake. And he's going to dance around in the pocket. Looks to throw. Beautiful pass. And that is a touchdown. That's pure Chris Mullen right there. He created that play.
Just fantastic eyes on Mullen. The mobility and able to roll out and throw that pass and was able to hit Bullock for that touchdown. Just a fantastic play by the Chesterton offense.
A beautiful touch pass there by Chris Mullen, and this is now going to be a 3-touchdown game with about 5:45 to go in the second quarter. Siren kicks the extra point up and good. 21-0. Nothing doing right now for Lake Central.
One thing they got to do, LC, one thing that they got to do before this half ends is to put points on the board. That's the least they can do. They just got to stop this big lead from Chesterton.
21-0. A familiar sight as Lake Central's receiving team, a return team, will come on out. Ace Henry, Antonio Barnes. And Jackson Siren will kick it away for Chesterton. You got to be feeling really good right now if you're Chris Mullen and that Chesterton offense.
Chris Mullen has done a fantastic job, able to read the defense like a book. You saw as if a couple of drives ago that pitch out to Bullock for his first touchdown in the game, and was able to see Bullock again was wide open.
Here's the kick. It'll be returned about the 12-yard line by Antonio Barnes. Looking for any sort of crease there. He's brought down at about the 27-yard line. So a 21-0 ball game, and you got to try and get anything going here.
Anything, whether it's a field goal or even if they score a touchdown, they just got to put points on this board.
Number 22, Michael Davis out there. Joins the receiving core of Ace Henry, Diego Garcia, and Tony Bartolomeo. As 90 will give straight up the middle, nothing doing on that run.
I've had a love-hate relationship with that inside run, and right now I hate the inside run. You saw right there, Crease Pump just got stuffed up the middle with no gain.
One of your keys to the game there. Stick to the inside run. What happened to that theory?
I thought the inside run would be very effective today, but I guess it wasn't.
See, I'm opposite with you on that one. I think they got to continue to try and pound it. Down by 21, you're going to have to throw the football at some point. Why not try and establish that run while you still can? As 90 keeps this one himself, avoids a couple tacklers, and the ball is loose. LC falls on it. That was an interesting end to that play, as it looks like 90 was just going to go to the turf, and then that ball got ripped loose.
90 did a good job of breaking those tackles. The only faulty play, though, is the fact that he just gave up that fumble.
It looked like he was going to get back to the line of scrimmage after initially being, about 4 yards deep in the backfield, two defenders to make miss. He did make them miss. Got to the line of scrimmage, and then the ball came out.
This is one thing you hate to see for if you're on LC, a 3rd and long.
3rd down and 16 to be exact here. As 90 takes the snap, looks to throw over the middle, incomplete. Tried to throw it into double coverage, it looked like, to Tony Bartolomeo. As the linebacker came over and helped, and that one fell incomplete. And the punt team for LC.
That drive lasted about a minute. That's something LC doesn't want. They want to keep Chesterton off this field as long as this half goes. They don't want Chesterton to lead by even more than 21 points.
The kick away from Baldwin. And it hit the Chesterton player. And LC may have. There's a scrum for the ball about the 40-yard line. That hit a Chesterton return man. And awaiting the call here. It looks like it's going to be Chesterton football. It is.
Chesterton got lucky right there. LC didn't get it on their side of the field.
The Trojans catch a break. And the LC defense will come on. Chris Mullen and the offense for Chesterton has moved the ball pretty steadily tonight. And they'll look to continue to do so here as they start the drive on the 41-yard line. Mullen dropping to throw, steps up in the pocket, a little toss here, incomplete. Got hit hard there at the end of the play by number 32, Ahmad Abdullah. And it'll be a 2nd down and 10. And I think your point about containing the edges for this LC defense applies even to the quarterback because Mullen gets to the outside. He gets to the edge, even whether it be he's still behind the line of scrimmage looking to throw the football or taking it himself. And I think LC's got to do a better job like they did on that play of really getting to him in the backfield.
Mullen does a great job at escaping the pocket and was able to roll out and throw those passes. He's doing a great job at that today.
Mullen looking to throw here. Has plenty of time. Rolling to his right. A lot of green there. Looks to throw. Incomplete over the head of number 81, Jackson Westmoreland. And it'll be a 3rd down and 10.
I was mainly watching that O-line. Tyler Wellman was bull rushing in number 56. Miguel Martinez pancaked him. That's an impressive block right there by Martinez.
It looked at first as if Wellman would have had a chance to really get to Mullen there. But a nice play by that Chesterton O-line, and it'll be a 3rd down and 10. There's a flag, and an ineligible receiver downfield for the Trojans will be declined by Lake Central. That's a call you don't hear very often, ineligible receiver downfield. So we're 3rd and 10. Mullen gets a snap, rolls to his right. Throws. Oh, what a nice catch there. Number 21, Mitch McElfresh, dragging the feet.
Mitch McElfresh is having a game right now on these passing routes. Has been able to get a lot of yards and a lot of receptions. It's helping out Chesterton and Chris Mullen.
And that's something there that I can really appreciate as a fan of football. That's a terrific route. What he did there, McElfresh, he ran a little bit of an out there, but he ran it. He made sure he was past the sticks, found an open spot. Mullen hit him, toe drag, 1st down. Mullen takes a snap, going to look to throw again. This one is Bullock across the middle of the field. They are gashing that Lake Central secondary right now to the 25-yard line.
This duo of McElfresh and Bullock has been torching up the Lake Central secondary.
As we approach about 3 minutes to go here in the half. Another Chesterton 1st down. Mullen going to look to throw. Does throw. Incomplete. Looking for Westmoreland. Went through his hands. And up 21 points. Chesterton seems to be throwing the football more now than they did at the beginning of the game.
One thing I would do if I were Chesterton is put points on this board. Make sure that the deficit between this Lake Central and Chesterton game is make sure you're leading by a lot. One thing else you need to do, though, is put points on the board, but it seems like it's diminishing in this half.
Be a 2nd down and 10 on the 25-yard line. As Mullen will take the snap. He's going to roll. Surveying his options here. Looking to throw. Completes it. And it's going to get to about the 13-yard line. Number 19, Jude Moken.
I mean, just another good read by Mullen right there. Saw that Moken was wide open. I'm not sure what the LC secondary was doing right there. Moken had a lot of space.
And what these Chesterton wide receivers are doing is they're settling. Mullen's looking for them on the first read. They're not there. Mullen's going to go escape the pocket, roll out to either his right or his left, and he has options on each side.
Mullen's been seeing that McFresh and Bullock have been covered on pretty well, and so he's passing to Moken and Westmoreland.
Mullen's going to give this one to Pickering. Pushes his way up the middle, met by Carter Schuster, gets across the 10-yard line. So it'd be a 2nd down on the 9. 2nd down and 5. Chesterton threatening once again.
Best thing LC can do here is to limit them to a field goal.
Let's see if they can bend and not break here. Westmoreland all alone towards the bottom here. Going to give this one to Pickering, and he'll get to about the 5-yard line. Just short of that first down marker. Pickering a little slow to get up there. Hobbling on that left leg. Looks as if he'll remain in the game. Mullen will bring the play call in. Pickering does stay in the game. Mullen will take the snap, and he'll give, and that is a touchdown. Chesterton strikes once again. Second touchdown of the game for running back Ethan Pickering.
Just a fantastic run right there by Pickering. Was able to see the hole and went right through that.
Great push there by that O-line as well. And this just keeps getting a little bit uglier for Lake Central. The kick is up, and it is good. 28-0. First half lead for the Chesterton Trojans. About a minute and a half to go, and you know if you're Lake Central, you got to go hyperdrive here. You really got to get it going, get that offense moving, and you got to take some shots.
One thing else he's got to do is, I've said this so much this game, put points on the board. They've got to carry some sort of momentum going into half.
Lake Central tried early on in the half to establish the run. It didn't work out too well. I mean, you got to think it's time to abandon it if you want to even have a chance of staying in this game. Ace Henry, Antonio Barnes back to return. Jackson Siren to kick this one away. A minute and 34 seconds on the clock in this first half. And the kick is up, and it's going to be returnable for Barnes. Take it from about the 14. Get it to the 27-yard line, and Lake Central's offense will jog on onto the field.
One thing I like about Barnes on these kickoff returns is that he always catches the ball and he's always consistent. He usually gets that about to that 25-yard line and even can break up into an even bigger hole.
So a first down and 10, and the start of a new drive for Lake Central. We see Griesbaum, Guerrero, and Baxo all out there, as well as the tight end, Logan Kwiatkowski, the lone receiver, Diego Garcia, towards the top of the screen. They're going to give it to Baxter on the jet sweep. They've got to cross the 30-yard line to about the 32, a gain of 5. Each team still has all 3 timeouts.
One thing, if I were Chesterton, if I really wanted to be mean, I'd call timeouts on these plays.
And there you go. Chesterton takes its first timeout of the half. A minute and 20 to go in the first half of Lake Central's homecoming game. Be a second down and 5. We really haven't seen any sort of life from this Lake Central offense since that drive early on, in the first half where they moved the ball pretty well. It ended due to a fumble, but since then it's been pretty lifeless out there.
It's been a quiet offensive day out there for LC. I want to say they've only had about maybe 4 first downs this whole game. It's tough. They just got to see if LC can drive down this field and hopefully get a field goal.
This is a talented Chesterton defense as well. Gage DeMarco, Matt McCracken. These linebackers are quick, great lateral speed. They're able to make plays. So Lake Central's struggled a bit here. Going to give to Kreisbaum. He'll follow his blockers. Has a hole. He bursts through. First down.
One thing I saw on that play, great pole block by number 56, Eric Burns. He's been a player to watch so far this game.
He's been their guy on the O-line. It seems as if he's getting he's got some key blocks this year, I should say, for Lake Central. There's one right there, and it's a first down. As the clock ticks to under a minute to go. Now he's going to give to Kreisbaum again. He's going to fight to try and get back to the line of scrimmage. He does, but the clock will continue to run. You got to have some sort of sense of urgency here in Philly Central, right?
One thing I think LC's is trying to do is run that clock out, just take them to half and try to readjust on offense and defense.
And they're just going to let this clock run down. This is a little bit baffling to me. There's going to be about 30 seconds to go. So they're down 28 points. Why not take a shot, right?
I agree 1,000%.
As they give this one to Backshow. A little hop step towards the left, gets about 3. And that's going to do it for the first half. And a confusing end to this half for the Lake Central offense. But Chesterton has dominated all phases of the game as they lead 28-0 going into halftime. As we will have the homecoming king and queen presentation during half. Welcome back to Lake Central High School as the Lake Central Indians are ready to kick this one away to start the second half. Losing 28-0. The
This LC defense seemed to be struggling. Mullen seems to be picking them apart each and every play. We just got to see how they adjust to those rollouts by Mullen, and especially the playmaking skills on Kobe Bullock and even Mitch McElfresh.
So Chesterton's offense led by the aforementioned Mullen. Ready to start their first drive of the second half. So Mullen takes the snap, looking to throw, does throw over the middle, and that's Kobe Bullock. Had a huge first half, and he's going to start it off here with a nice chunk play there towards the 50-yard line.
Parker Welty seems slow to get up.
He's hobbling out there. Not the ideal start of the second half there.
One of the playmakers I mentioned, Kobe Bullock. Seems like Justin's running this hurry up.
Mullen is going to pitch it behind him. What a nice play call there. And that's a first down. And that's a beautiful play call. That was Bullock. As Welty will come off the field. He is injured. So just like that, Chesterton is inside of LC's territory. Mullen looking to throw, scanning his options. Finally, he's going to toss it out. It's incomplete. He had so much time just sitting back there.
I mean, you got to give credit to that offensive line. They're able to contain Abdullah, Irving, and Ozus, 2 or 3 of the top defensive players on this LC defense, in my opinion.
Be a second down and 10, and when you're consistently giving a quarterback that much time back there to really survey the field, especially a quarterback he's looked good tonight. You're going to end up getting burned. They got lucky there. It'd be a second down and 10. Mullen has an empty backfield, 5 wide receivers set. He'll take the snap. And he's going to roll. He's going to look to throw. He does over the middle. And it is complete to number 21, Mitch McElfresh.
One thing LC has to do is what's been killing them really are these outside routes, but McElfresh was able to go inside and up in the middle to catch that and get the first down.
And one thing I've noticed here in this first half is the Chesterton wide receivers I briefly mentioned in the first half. What the quarterback does, Mullen that is, he rolls out, and these Chesterton receivers recognize it's a scramble drill at that point. They got to settle, and they do. And that's where Mullen finds him when he gets outside the pocket. There's a run there from Pickering, and he goes nowhere.
Stop was made by number 32, Ahmad Abdullah.
So it'll be a second down and 11, a loss of a yard on that run. As Mullen will bring in the play call. Second down and 11. We haven't seen the Chesterton offense really getting that many second or third down and longs today. Mullen will take the snap here. A good rush. Mullen breaks free. Rolls outside. Looking to throw. He does. And it is caught but out of bounds. So that ball will be incomplete. Good rush there originally by Lake Central. Just were not able to take Mullen down. That's kind of been the story of the game.
Well, one thing Mullen, as you saw in that play, on the run, Mullen has fantastic accuracy. Though that was a little bit off, he still has a strong arm too.
He does a good job of really reading the field when he gets outside of the pocket. He's able to distinguish where his receivers are going to be, when they'll be there, and he makes the throw. That one outside of the back of the end zone, however, and it'll be a third down.
And he's got 2 great receivers in Bullock and McFresh.
Mullen will take the snap. Again, pressure. Forces him outside. He's got a lot of green in front of him. He's going to have a first down. pushed out of bounds here, the 10-yard line. And that is the consequence of really reading too much into that scramble drill, because Mullen gets outside on that one, and we've seen it a lot. He throws the football when he gets outside of the pocket. That time, kept it himself, worked out, first down.
That's one of the hidden gems on Mullen right there. He's got wheels, and he's able to scramble out of the pocket.
So it'll be a first down and goal from the 9-yard line. Pickering is the back. Mullen sends Bullock in motion. He's going to keep it himself, look to throw. He's going to move back towards us, and he's going to be brought down. Number 47, Jack Hickey, is going to be credited with the sack on that one.
Good play right there by number 47, Jack Hickey.
And it'll be a second down and 17. Second down and goal, technically, from the 17. With about 9 minutes to go. The big wide receiver, number 81, Jackson Westmoreland, at the top of the formation. Single coverage. Mullen's going to keep it himself. He's going to look. And he's going to bring it back. He's going to be pressured again. They missed the sack. He's going to throw for Westmoreland out of the back of the end zone. Again, Mullen unable to be brought down in the backfield.
Smart move there by Mullen, though. Way to throw it away, and was able to make this play not even cost a loss of yards. But it's going to be tough coming up on this 3rd and 17.
So a 3rd and goal from the 17-yard line. Chesterton looking to extend their lead. Four wide receivers out there, along with Ethan Pickering, who is the running back. As Mullen in the shotgun will take the snap, roll to his left. Again, LC gets some pressure. Mullen escapes. And he's going to throw. And it is caught. Touchdown, number 81.
Wow.
Jackson Westmoreland, and that just looked easy.
Just a fantastic spot by Mullen right there. Westmoreland was right there. There's nothing else to say. That was just bad coverage on the Lake Central secondary.
This is getting worse and worse for this LC defense. That play, Mullen made that play look a lot easier than it actually was.
I mean, Mullen was able to break off a few tackles and saw Westmoreland right there.
A bad snap on the PAT, but the holder gets it, puts it down, and they knock it through. 35-0. And Chesterton is rolling over Lake Central. Jackson Siren will be the one to come and kick this one away. As LC will prepare for its first offensive drive.
LC's got to bring some sort of momentum. They got to put points on this board. It's looking worse and worse each drive for the offense.
An interesting set of play calls towards the end of that first half. Really confused me, I should say. We'll see if they have a different approach here, starting off the second half down by 35 points. As the kick is away, Antonio Barnes will get a chance to return this from about the 4-yard line. And he gets a block. He'll take it up to the 20. And that's where LC will start. As a rule, if a team goes up by 35 points or more, it will be a running clock. So this clock will be ticking down as we go along in this game.
Well, that's one thing that they got to choose to do to make this game quicker. I don't think I'd like the idea as a fan to have the clock stop and the team keep on losing by more and more points.
going to send back on motion. They're going to give the crease bomb here. He finds a little bit of a crease, and he gets forward for about 8 yards.
Crease bomb with a crease.
Nice run up the middle there. Good blocking, found the hole. It's something we've seen a lot from him this year. He's done a good job of finding the hole and bursting through it. Obviously still recovering somewhat from that injury he suffered last year. But he looked good. LC just got to really get a push on that O-line. And they're going to give here on the jet sweep. And it goes nowhere. Ben Baxo was the carrier there. And it's going to be another 3rd down. Garcia, the lone receiver out there. He moves towards the top of the formation.
This is the type of 3rd down situation you want. 3rd and short. LC needs to do everything in its power to just try to get this 1st down.
2 wings here as crease bomb is the back. They're going to send back some motion, give the crease bomb, and he is stopped well short of the line of gain. It'll be a 4th down.
Good stuff there by the Chesterton D-line. Able to read that crease bomb was going right up the middle and just stuffed them.
On their own 27-yard line, a 4th down and 3. And an all too familiar sight for Lake Central as the punt team will jog on out. Derek Baldwin has taken over the punting duties for this Lake Central ball club. And we'll get ready to kick it away. And he does a high kick. And it will take a Lake Central bounce to the 38-yard line, which is where Chesterton will start its next drive. As we approach 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock here in this 3rd quarter.
This running clock's going to be a big factor for the Chesterton offense here. I'm sure if I were Chesterton, I'd want to keep on running up the score, to be honest. Mullen's having a game right now. Bullock. You also have Pickering, McElfresh, and Westmoreland. They're having games.
4 wide receiver set, excuse me, for Mullen. He's going to hand off here to Pickering. I'll go out the middle for about 3 yards. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot more Ethan Pickering as we go down the stretch of this game.
One thing they don't want to do is force an interception, possibly. Pickering's the safest option for this offense.
So a 2nd down and 6 after a gain of 4 on 1st down for Ethan Pickering. Here's a quick throw. Incomplete. Maybe a 3rd down. On the 41-yard line.
Pass was intended for Ethan Troy.
3rd down and 7. Under 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. A little confusion there for Chesterton. They get it figured out. You're going to send Bullock in motion. Snap. There's a screen to Bullock. Makes the catch. Breaks the tackle. And is pushed out of bounds short of the 1st down marker. So LC's defense gets a stop.
I mean, that's what LC needs right then and there. They need to create some sort of momentum and hopefully put points on this board and maybe even stop that running clock.
So for just the 2nd time today, Chesterton's punt team will come on out. Antonio Barnes and Ace Henry will go on back to return the kick. As Chesterton will kick this one away from the 44-yard line. Kick is up. And a fair catch is called for by Ace Henry.
Smart move right there by Ace Henry.
At the 26-yard line, that's where Lake Central will start. And they're going to be they're moving a little bit quicker with that running clock going on. Knighty and the offense jog on out to the field for a first down and 10. Knighty takes a snap, a quick throw, a little screen to Tony Bartolomeo, who makes the catch. Good block on the outside by Garcia.
Diego Garcia with a fantastic block right there was able to push him to the ground.
And have gained about 4. A minute 40 on the clock, second down. Four wide receiver set. Knighty takes the snap, hands to Kreisbaum right up the middle, and he's dragged down. Gain of about 2, and it'll be a third down and 4.
You got to feel like there's a sense of urgency, as you said. I mean, I think LC should try and at least try to force in a score.
I'm still waiting for Lake Central to take a shot. We really have not seen that yet tonight. Being down 35 points. Knighty takes a snap. Quick throw from Bartolomeo. Incomplete. He's looking for a flag, and he's going to get one. That's going to be a pass interference on Chesterton.
It's kind of momentum that LC needs going forward. They want to put points on the board, and this pass interference is just going to have them keep on moving forward.
As we approach 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. So it is indeed defensive pass interference. We'll move the ball to the 46-yard line. Four wide receivers set. As Knighty ready to take the snap, and there's a whistle.
End of the quarter.
End of the quarter indeed. We're through 3 here at Lake Central, and it is all Chesterton, 35-0, as we enter the fourth quarter. LC will have a first down and 10 on the 46-yard line. Looking to get on the board. So Knighty ready to take the snap. He does. He's going to give to Kreisbaum. Up the middle. He's a hard runner across the 50-yard line. He runs hard, man.
I mean, yeah, Kreisbaum, since the sophomore year, since last year, Kreisbaum has been a factor on this LC offense ever since that Munster game. He scored 3 touchdowns his first LC varsity game.
He does not go down easy, that's for sure. It'll be a second down and 5. And they'll give it to him again, but this time Chesterton is all over it. Number 98, Jackson Fleming for Chesterton. Read that one like a book. As number 20, Ricky Guerrero, and number 21, Christian Alexander check into the game for Lake Central.
Christian Alexander seems to be under the center.
It'll be a 3rd down and 6 as Knighty jogged off in place of Alexander, who will take it himself. And he'll try to bounce to the outside, stays on his feet, and then is dragged down. Number 33 for Chesterton, Patrick McLaughlin, made the play, and it's a 4th down. As Knighty comes on back for 4th and 8. He'll take the snap. Looking to throw. Pressure. Tucking it. And sliding. He tripped up near the 50-yard line. And that's going to be a turnover on downs for Lake Central.
It's just been a tough game so far this whole day.
So Chesterton looking to add to its lead. This has been a game to forget for Lake Central as a new group comes on for Chesterton at quarterback. It's number 8, Levi Wheeling. Wheeling will take the snap, and he'll give nowhere to go on that run.
These next 2 weeks for LC2 are going to be even tougher games. You got Maryville and Valpo, 2 of the toughest teams in our division.
Luke Stento on the carry there. But, yeah, it's going to be a real test going down the stretch here. Maryville, a very talented team, and Valpo is as well. They have some ball players out there. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see, what adjustments LC can make. I mean, they've tried to kind of change it up, but if you're not going to throw the football down the field, you're most likely not going to win the football game unless you have a great O-line, great run game, but we haven't seen that, tonight. So Wheeling will take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw, and it's complete. 1st down, Bryce Toma.
Good play right there by Wheeling, and a good grab there by Toma.
So a 1st down for Chesterton as they get the ball to the 37-yard line, 8 minutes on the clock. And they're going to try and run this clock down. And some whistles here. Timeout, Chesterton. Going to take a minute to regroup here with their 2nd unit. LC's defense gets a breather. They've been on the field for a lot of time tonight.
Yeah. This LC defense also has just been getting torched by the Chesterton offense. This offense on Chesterton is very talented. You got great players like Chris Mullen, who's been that X factor on the offense. You also have Kobe Bullock, and Ethan Pickering. There's so many players to name down on this list for this Chesterton offense that can make a play.
Quick timeout there, as that is the one thing that will stop the running clock, are the timeouts. 7:37 occupies the time slot on the scoreboard. As Chesterton's ready to go. A 4 wide receiver set with a wing out there for Wheeling. And a little pitch here to number 1, Bryce Toma. He finds some space there. And he is quick, gets past the 1st down marker. And Chesterton moves the chains again.
Chesterton continues to run this ball, and it just seems like they might end up eventually scoring.
Another 1st down for the Trojans. 35-0 lead. As Levi Wheeling and company have entered the game for Chesterton. Wheeling takes a snap, looking to throw. He is going to throw, and he completes it. Nice catch there for a
Aiden
first
Weaver.
down.
Good catch right there by number 89, Aiden Weaver.
Aiden Weaver does make the play there, and that will give Chesterton another first down. Inside the red zone once again. Chesterton is threatening. Wheeling is going to hand off here. And number 2, Luke Stento, will get inside the 10-yard line. As number 99, Armand Irving, checks into the game. Be a 2nd down and 4 on the 8. Levi Wheeling with Luke Stento in the backfield. Wheeling is going to give Stento towards the goal line, and he is brought down just short of the goal line. He'll put them at the 1-yard line.
First down, 2.
So it's going to be a first down and goal on the 1-yard line. Not the first time LC's been in this situation tonight. Number 29, Bo Bass, checks in the game for the defense. So a first down and goal. Chesterton looking to add to an already large lead. Stento, touchdown. Trojans score again. This time it's Luke Stento. Not much you can really say for this Lake Central defense right now.
There's not much to say for basically all of LC this game. The offense was struggling. The defense was also struggling. After that first drive, the defensive drive for LC, it looked like it was going to be a good defensive matchup, but not really. LC just continue just to get beat down in this game.
Looking to extend it to a 42-0 lead. And the kick is good. Number 45, Dylan Boland, knocks that one through. Just want to give a big thanks to our crew, Kate Tomaszewski, Griffin Winicky, Tatum Damron, Brian Scott, myself, Evan Capozzi, and a big thank you to our sponsor and teacher, Mr. Sever Putin, for granting us this opportunity tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for this opportunity.
42-0. What have you really seen that, biggest weaknesses for LC tonight?
It's tough because LC, I think the play calling, to be honest, is the biggest weakness. You saw in the first half, they're doing those read options with 90. They haven't gone back to that ever since. And it's tough for LC to really get it going on offense.
I think it's tough. I think the offense is struggling, but they're not really, doesn't seem like they're trying to move the football. 42-0. You got to start throwing the football. Give your young quarterback opportunities to sling it out there, and he hasn't gotten that tonight. So it's been rough.
I want to say Natty only attempted less than 10 passes this game, and it's been tough. I mean, you got to trust Natty to throw that ball. You can't just continue to run with Baxo or Creasebum.
Spin move there from Barnes, and then he is taken down at the 16-yard line. So LC will come on out. The offense looking to, leave this game with something positive. We see number 23, Xavier Williams, enter the game at running back.
Xavier Williams, a freshman.
He's going to get some snaps here. Nighty will give it to him. A nice cut back there. Keeps the feet churning and gets about 3. And we've been hearing, teammates have been raving about Xavier Williams at practice. And I think he's going to be a really special player. But he is still a freshman. But they're looking, maybe he can light a spark in this offense.
We're seeing a lot of good things, though, on the JV side of football. Xavier Williams, JV's been doing pretty decent as well.
Yeah, quarterback Billy Henry for JV. But tonight it's about varsity, and it just has not been their night. Nighty going to give to Williams. And he's going to get near the sticks. And that will be enough for a first down.
One thing you do got to be happy about for this LC offense is that they got a bright future. A lot of these players on this LC offense, most of the skilled players, are juniors. And so next year they're going to be fully developed and ready to go.
Yeah, although it has been a rough year, it's experience at the end of the day. You don't get better without experience. So I think, you got to take it, as a positive thing and really try to improve on, the weaknesses you have. Here's Williams, and he goes nowhere. We approach 90 seconds to go here in this one. A big thank you to all our fans for tuning in. Although it has been a rough day if you're a Lake Central Indian fan. Nighty takes a snap, gives to Williams again. He's got a hole, and he bursts through. First down for the freshman.
Good run right there by Xavier Williams.
His footwork looks good.
It looks great.
He does a good job of, kind of moving around there, making cuts. Moving the football. Nighty was going to give to him again. Quick burst of speed up the middle to the 48-yard line. See if they run one more play. $18 seconds to go. We'll see if they want to run another play here. And it does not look like they will. So Chesterton comes to Lake Central and takes care of business. 42-0 win for the Trojans as they improve to 4-3 on the year. And Lake Central's losing streak continues as they drop their 6th straight. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Emma Capozzi.
I'm Griffin Winnicky.
And we hope you all have a safe night.